So we are going to go over the chorus for Build My Life, which is going to be the song for 2nd through 6th grade. So the first line of the chorus is Holy, there is no one like you. And so for the signs, we're going to do the sign for holy. So you're going to take your right hand and you're going to lay it down flat. And you're going to take your left hand and 2 fingers and you're going to scrape it across like that, like you're smearing jam on your hand, and that's the sign for holy. So it's going to go holy, and the words are there are no one like you, and we're going to do the sign for no one. So you're going to take 2 O's, you're going to put them together, and you're going to separate them. So you're going to say there is no one unlike you. You're going to take that left hand and you're going to gesture up to God like you're talking about Him. So again, that's going to be holy, there is no one like you. The next line is there are none beside you, so we're going to do that same no one sign. So you're going to say there is none. And the sign for the word beside, we're actually going to be doing the sign for other. So it's kind of like we're saying there is none other than you. So the sign for others, you're going to give a thumbs up. You're going to face it towards your body and you're going to swivel it outside. Then you're immediately going to take that hand and you're going to gesture back up to God. So slowly it's going to say, there are none besides you. So from the beginning, that's holy, there is no one like you, there are none besides you. So the next line is going to say, open up my eyes with wonder. So we're going to do the sign for open. So you're going to take 2 hands, palms down, you're going to face them down, and then you're going to lift them up and flip them so your palms face in, and that's the sign for open. So you're going to say, open up on the word I. You're going to do the sign for eye, so you're just going to take that left pointer finger and touch underneath your eye. So open up my eyes. And then we're going to do the sign for in. So you're going to take your right hand and you're going to pretend like you're holding a cup. And you're going to take that hand and put it in the cup, which is where we get that sign. So it's going to say, open up my eyes, in. And then for wonder, we're actually going to be doing the sign for glory. So you're going to take that right hand, palm up, and you're just going to take that hand and you're going to kind of tap, and they're going to sprinkle those fingers up to the sky. So it's going to look like this. It's going to look like, open up my eyes, in wonder. So the next line goes, show me who you are. So we're going to do the sign language for show. So you're going to take your left hand flat out, and you're going to take your right hand and you're going to poke it in the center. And kind of like how when Jesus showed him the scars in his hands, so it's going to go, show me for who you are. You're going to take that hand and you're going to gesture back up, who you are. And for fill me, we're going to take both hands and you're going to pinch them down at the bottom, right where your belt is, and then you're going to take them and you're going to push them up. So that's a sign for fill with, because it's going to say, fill me with your heart. And so with the sign for heart, you're going to take your middle fingers. You're going to put it over your right side. It's going to be backwards. And you're going to draw a heart. So it's going to say, fill me with your heart. And the sign for lead me is you're going to take that right hand, you're going to take it flat, and that left hand is going to cup around your fingers, and it's going to pull you. So you're going to say, lead me in your love. You're going to take this and you're going to wrap them around. I could give myself a hug. So it's going to say, lead me in your love. And the last part of the chorus says, to those around me. So we're going to do sign language for P. So what you're going to do is you're going to do a peace sign. Then you're going to take that thumb, you're going to pop it in the middle, and you're going to do that on both hands. You're going to face them down, and you're going to walk, or kind of circle like this. So it's kind of like people are kind of walking. So again, it's the sign for P on both hands, faced in, and walking like that. So from the beginning with words slowly, it's going to go, holy, there is no one like you, there is none beside you, open up my eyes in wonder, show me who you are, and fill me with your heart, and lead me in your love to those around me. And that's the chorus for Build My Life. Hey, we are going to be going over the verses for Build My Life. So the first verse starts out with, worthy of every song we could ever sing. So we're going to go over that line. So the sign for worthy, you're going to do 2 F's, so like 2 OK signs. You're going to start at the pinkies and you're going to go all the way up so the 2 circles on your fingers touch. So it's going to say worthy, and then we're going to do the sign for all. So you're going to take your right hand, plop it down, left hand, scoop it around, and smack it on top. So it's going to say worthy of every song we could ever. And then on the word sing, we're going to be signing the word song. So you're going to take your right arm, scoop it, your left hand is going to swoop back and forth a couple times. So it's going to say, worthy of every song we could ever sing. So the next line is worthy of all the praise we could ever bring. So we're going to do the same worthy and all. So it's going to say, worthy of all the praise we could ever, and then there we're going to do a sign for praise. So you're going to take your hands and you pretend like you're going to raise the roof. You're going to do 3 times of all the, so it's going to say, worthy of all the praise we could ever bring. 2, 3. Then we're going to do worthy all again, but the line for that is worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. So we're going to do worthy, all, and then we're going to do the sign for breath. So you can take your hands and you're going to put them right over your lungs, and you're going to bring them out and back in and kind of float like your lungs are expanding and contracting. So it's going to say worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. And the next line is going to say, we live for you. So it's going to kind of run into the breath is going to run into that line. So it's going to say, worthy of every breath we could ever breathe, we live for you. And you're going to do 2 L's, scoop them up, and then with that hand, you're going to gesture up when it says you, like you're pointing to God. So that whole verse, worthy of every song we could ever sing, worthy of all the praise we could ever bring, worthy of every breath we could ever breathe, we live for you. They're just going to drop it. And that's verse 1. So now we're going to go into verse 2. So verse 2 is going to start off with Jesus, the name above every other name. So you're going to do the sign for Jesus. So Jesus is typically like this. So we're going to do the same thing but make it a little bit prettier. So you're going to leave that left hand stationary. You're going to take that, or your right hand stationary. You're going to take your left hand. You're going to poke the palm of right hand, and then you're going to move it up and bring it to your middle finger. So it's going to say Jesus, the name, and we're going to do the sign for name, which is 2 fingers, left on top of right. And then you're going to lift it up for the name above, and then we're going to do the sign for all, every other name. So it's going to say Jesus, name above all. So again, that's Jesus, the name above every other name. So the next line is going to say Jesus, the only one who could ever save. So we're going to do the sign for Jesus again, Jesus, and then we're going to do the sign for only. So you're going to do the number 1, spin it twice, and then we're going to do the sign for save. So you're going to make an X across your chest and then open it up. So it's going to say Jesus, the only one who could ever save. And then from the first verse, we're going to go back to worthy of every breath we could ever breathe, we live for you. And then it's going to repeat, we live for you. So that whole verse, Jesus, the name above every other name, Jesus, the only one who could ever save, worthy of every breath we could ever breathe, we live for you. We live for you. And then you'll go into the chorus. Okay, we're going to be moving into the bridge for Build My Life. So how the song layout works, it's going to do the verses 1 and 2, the chorus. Then there's verses 1 and 2 again, and then it does the chorus 2 times. And then right after that chorus the second time, there is about a 16 count break. And in that time, we are going to actually do the bridge to the instrumental part right there before the words actually start. So that's really cool. But now we're going to actually learn the motions with the words. And so the words with the bridge starts, and I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation. So the motions in this bridge, they go with 4 counts. So the first motion for the 4 counts is going to be the sign for will. And you're going to take your left hand right here, and you're going to bring it in front of you, and it's going to go in 4 counts. So it's going to go, and I will build my. So that's 4 counts. So it's going to say, I will build my. The next part is life upon your love, and we're going to do the sign for construct. So you're going to take your left hand and your right hand, and you're going to push it out like this, and then you're going to do the next hand, boom, 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 like you're stacking rocks. So it's going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. And that's also with the words. So with those words is, I will build my life upon your. For the next 4 counts, we're going to do the sign for love. So it's going to go, love, it is a. And the next part is firm foundation, and we're going to be doing the sign for firm. So it's going to go firm. So you're going to take your left hand and right hand both in fists, and you're going to touch your wrists. And then you're going to take your hands like you're digging into the ground, and you're going to bounce it 3 times. Firm foundation. So with the counts, it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. So the second part of the bridge is I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken. So we're going to do the same motion. We're going to do the wheel motion for 4 counts. It's going to say, I will put my, and then we're going to do the trust motion. So like you're pulling down on a rope, but this time we're only going to do it for 2 counts just because it's kind of weird to hold that for 4 counts. So it's going to say, I will put my trust in, and then we're going to do the sign for in that we learned earlier. So you can take that hand, put it in your cup. This is going to be 2 counts, so it's going to make up the other 4 counts from that trust. And then for 4 counts, you're going to bring that hand all the way up and gesture up to God. So we're going to do that again. So it's going to say, I will put my trust in you alone, and I will. So the end of that 4 counts, the word is not. So you're going to take your thumb and give a thumbs up and then kind of squish it down so just the top of your thumb is showing. You're going to put it under your chin and you're going to brush it off. So that's going to say, I will put my I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be. And on the word shaken, we're going to take 2 hands like this, and we're going to push them and we're going to shake them out. So I will not be shaken. So from the beginning, I will put my trust. I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation. I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken. And that's the bridge, all in 4 counts.
Worthy of every song we could ever sing, worthy of all the praise we could ever pray, worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. Jesus, a name above every other name. Jesus, the only one.